shape and form for the age of Aquarius yet again. And I'm gonna just do this live on the phone and stuff like that because I know my kids is gonna be here in any second now and things of that nature. So I gotta be available to pull them, get them ready to come in and things, and gonna get things situated. But overall, you know what I'm saying. Welcome. The new moon has commenced in Gemini, and you know what I'm saying. For the most part, this is what we're getting into today. Okay, new moon in Gemini is the new familiar. So there has been, you know, uh, what we can call it a conjunction of the sun and the moon. And anytime we have a conjunction of the sun and the moon, you know what I'm saying, we're going to get a new moon. Anytime the moon and the sun is opposing, we're going to get a full moon. So, with this conjunction of the sun being in Gemini and the moon being in Gemini as well, you know what I'm saying, that we experienced for the last couple of days has been a new familiar and things of that nature. So, therefore, it's going to be new energies that we're going to be reacting to and trying to get familiar with far as within our emotional state and things because we're going to feel that unfulfillment as above, so below and things. Now, when the moon starts to wax and things, this is when we need to start putting in energy work as well. And it has already started to wax based upon it moving into Cancer and things. Okay, so but the new moon in Gemini specifically, what's about us reacting and responding, to our environment, our surroundings, and we likely manifested a whole new surrounding in a new environment, and or just a new way to think about it. And so, therefore, you know what I'm saying. This is when, from the external all the way down to the internal, you know what I'm saying, we're going to experience needing to start to fulfill that, you know what I'm saying, and fulfill that with the signs that is playing out through. So, for the most part, we're going to feel comfortable with, based upon the new moon in Gemini, communicating in new ways, thinking in new ways, doing, um, uh, you know, having a sense of intellect and sharing your sense of intellect with others and getting comfortable with your thoughts and things of that nature. So therefore, you can have a idea or mentality of how to operate within a situation or a circumstance. And so, with us operating within a situation and circumstances, you have to have an idea or a logic how to think about your circumstance. So, at the moment with the full moon, if you feel unprepared in some way, shape, or form, you know what I'm saying? That's why you may feel unprepared if you got a speech, or if you may feel unprepared within your life if you got, what I'm saying, something to say to somebody, you know what I'm saying? Or you may feel unprepared, you know what I'm saying? Because that's for the most part, we're trying to prepare to what to say and things of that nature, or how to think about a circumstances and situations regarding our environment. So with being in this sense of being totally, new and void of information, um, the mind frame that you need to be in is trying to become more familiar and things with how your environment, how it works, and how you could be of aid to, what I'm saying, that environment. Now, if you're not of aid to that and how it works and things, this is where you may fall short, and you may, you know, feel unnecessarily lacking of a full need, lacking of a need or whatever to, feel sufficient within your circumstance and things, but that would be possibly if you don't understand what we're dealing with within the astrology transits going on today as above, and then us when our body of water is facing, a specific portion of the land, or traveling specific through a specific portion of what we call time, but it's just different positions of our rotation. and rotating, from what we call east to west and things, and doing a circle, and that, based upon our rotation, getting away from the body of the sun water, what I'm saying, we'll experience more distance. So we experience more cold personalities. And when we get closer to that body of water, what I'm saying, we call that summer, and we'll experience more transformational personalities or personas or personifications that we can point out to say, hey, you're a Leo or you're a Cancer. So this is what we're doing with time and tracking it up, and how we're going about this. Now, with the moon and new moon in Gemini, you know, that's the thing. So that's what we're trying to get familiar with, especially the sun is at 27 degrees Gemini. So we're still trying to feel, we're still trying to see, what I'm saying, a sense of logic as well. AKA the sun represents our actions, how we go about things, our viewpoints. So we're still trying to see our way through situations using our, mentality, what I'm saying, or our community and things of that nature as well. But that's about to go into Cancer. So, the mutable air is like the depth of the thought. It's not being in one simple thought of something, or trying to hone in on a thought like Aquarius. It's more mutable air, so it'll be the thought that's fickle. It'll be the thought that's changeable. It'll be the thought that's alterable. And when you're able to alterize your thoughts and things, this is when you're in a position where it don't really matter what circumstances you in. You know how to adapt. So you may be smart and you may be showing a sense of smartness and things of that nature, but if your smartness can't get you into the position that you want to get you into and things of that nature without presenting yourself in a certain way and not looking like you're trying to rebel too much, you know what I'm saying? Sitting your ass down a little bit, and doing the smart thing, you know what I'm saying? You can come for familiar. That's what frat groups are. You know what I'm saying? You ever heard of a frat? So um, you can be the smartest person on campus if you ain't part shaking hands with these people, if you don't associate with these people, if you ain't familiar with these people, then what I'm saying, there's no point of you, because you're not gonna get that job, that facility, that frat people on. So it depends on now what you do with that and things of that nature. Now that you're aware of that, you know what I'm saying? Um, you not being a part of that frat thing and things, you can come up with ideas that, what I'm saying, where you know what's going on and you can communicate and make others aware. And now that you're doing that, you know what I'm saying, you can become more familiar and things of that nature, and a trusted resource or a trusted person that seems to have some type of information. You know what I'm saying? So that's what's going on and things. So, you know, but astrology game. So yeah, so that's the new moon energy. So we all just dealing with a new sense of familiarity and feeling our way through and things. So if you are within my area and things of that nature, you know what I'm saying, in the area where I'm at, or an area like I'm at, a lot of what we familiar with is things that um, things that don't benefit the community and things of that nature. So it may be like too much sex, too much not discipline, um, too much things that keep us um, not being able to express our talents and our gifts in new ways that can develop as minds and that other people can see, that could uplift other people's communities and potentialities, especially what they got on based upon they got going on in their environment. You know what I'm saying? So, based upon the information that we consume and the information that's pushed off to us daily, you know what I'm saying, uh, via television, You know what I'm saying? We only see movies like Baby Boy. You know, we only hear songs about fucking. You know, we only are, uh, we only, you know what I'm saying? So it's just, you know, and I'm not saying everybody that's within this vibration succumbs to this, but, you know, there is a such thing as called subconscious program. So, you know what I'm saying? If that wasn't the case, then we wouldn't remember songs that come on the radio after 9 times of listening to it, even if we don't like it. So, uh, you know, so that's the thing that we're dealing with, you know, with these environments that we in and things. So, for the most part, now if you think you're your environment and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? You know, like I said, that's like a person that get told that they're not shit and as an abuser and they think those thoughts and things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? So if you're likely to, if you're receiving something and things of that nature, you have to fight just as much as you're receiving and things. And that'd be the little fight you go through with your spirituality to, uh, you know, be able to override that circumstance and things. Because the mutable is both cardinal, fixed, and both cardinal and fixed. So it can initiate new thoughts, but it also can be fixated as well and things of that nature. It's just in between them and things. So you know, but we're getting into you know the energies. That's what we're dealing with. You know, so um, so that's the spear, especially with the new moon creating this new environment for us. You know what I'm saying? And the new emotional reactions to it. Okay? But we can move on a little bit because it's like a post new moon video. So now we got the moon in Cancer. You know, so we're going to be reacting to home, family, domestic issues, uh, you know, and the sun is still in Gemini. So we may misunderstand how to feel comfortable and connected to what we're communicating or our ideas right now. So it may be just like we're doing a bunch of things, we're talking to ourselves, you know what I'm saying? We're just plotting things out. We're just feeling shit. So we might be into a little bit of everything and all over the place and things with this in conjunction, the sun in Gemini, moon in Cancer. Okay. You know, so we may need to talk, you know, or need to communicate, you know, or need to express something at the moment. But you know, this is the new moon in Gemini, so let's just do the we can do the alignments and shit like that, and then I'm saying make sure we get an understanding what's going on with the skies and shit like that. But that's the thing though, y'all. That's the goal, you know, to to awaken the environment for things that work for people that look like you, that look like me. You know what I'm saying? So if we're not doing that, if we're not trying to, you know, help each other's situations, each other's circumstances by the ability to share information and to put passion for community, then we ain't doing a goddamn thing. So we got to do the right thing and shit like that, because each one teach one. And everybody that I know got some game from somebody else. So that's the frequency vibration that we need to be on, you know what I'm saying, with what works for people, because everything that worked for me might not work for you. But we see that it's things that work for people. You know what I'm saying? So that's about being smart as well. You know, what works for you. You know, it may work for, somebody of a lighter color to go get, a specific job, and then it may not work for me. So we gotta all understand where we at, you know. And I said that I'm not blaming myself or shaming myself as far as um, anything. Hey, if this is Ty Van Gogh too, I think was that you that bought a membership? If that is you, um, then I need you to um, I check your email because I sent you an email and shit. But yeah, so but when you can take your intelligence and things, it don't matter, and you can make some logic out of it and make it sound like it's sensical. This is a way you can become familiar to any spirit of any color, of any race, of any texture. I had a video where I was talking to a dude from Turkey about music and shit like that. I posted it on my feed and YouTube and things. And he was just saying how he liked musicians because um, they have a certain level of compassion, and things. Whereas a certain person that may be, that don't do music, may not have that level to empathize because musicians are more on the side of, emotional connection and expressions, because a lot of times if you're into music like the way you should be, then it transcends the physical and things. So we're connecting on thoughts and feelings that we all agree upon. So you know what I'm saying? So it's good to know your but when you have a certain intelligence and a certain logic, you know what I'm saying, you can be able to be on this level to communicate your ideas to no matter who it is and things. And that's where, if you do have big dreams or you do have aspirations, to do things in such a manner, then that's the level that you should be operating at. You know what I'm saying? You should be operating at. Um, you want to be able to articulate and represent, your mentality logically, no matter what situation, what circumstance, what background you came from. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, do that for your own purposes. And, your environment may be the first people to reject you in, that stance and position, because especially if y'all grew up and that's, y'all bond, you know, y'all bond over things that ain't about getting up and getting power in the world. Y'all bond over things that ain't about starting no business, ain't about learning how to build better relationships, ain't about, doing shadow work for things to make mistakes. Y'all bond over things that ain't about restricting, and having discipline with your mind and things of that nature, and taking your time to meditate and do medicine and things of that nature, and get medicinal and heal on your mind and then your dreams and your aspiration. And so therefore, you are what you are around and things. So, so it is a such thing, as doing that. My dog is barking. Give me a second, man. Cloud, cut it out. Sit down right here, buddy. You know, so so we got a new environment, a new space, new emotional space to fulfill right now, and we're gonna be able to do that through, you know what I'm saying, reacting, responding with the moon in Gemini, communicating and things. So that's how you would start to put work in and things of that nature right now with the moon. Actually, I keep saying the moon is in Gemini, but I forgot. But we still dealing with the energy. So we're going to be dealing with the energy for about 4 days, 4 to 5 days after. That's how usually I be feeling and things of that nature when I, actually go through the experience and stuff like that, so it's just gonna give us that platform to feel that thing, especially through these transitions. So, also with unfulfilled thoughts and things, what I'm saying, you can have a lot of mind chatter because you're still trying to fulfill, you're still trying to find. And anytime a spirit is in need and things of that nature, what I'm saying, this is being holy. Is trying to find a need, what I'm saying? It's trying to find fulfillment. So you can utilize people, places, and things to do that. And that might be not necessarily what you actually need to be using at the moment until that thing gloss over and it's a habit, and then you feel like, okay, I wasn't doing what I need to do. So you need to do what you need to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, and what you need to do right now is based upon, whatever is best for your circumstance and your emotional situation right now, especially with the moon in Cancer. So, but yeah, this is the new familiar and things. So, all this shit, all these new things is new familiar. Everything that's outdated and shit like that, all the old mentalities and stuff like that kind of getting washed away and things. And then if you was outside yesterday, you would have experienced it, and things. Although it's still an influence, but shit, dead weight. Uh, but yeah, do the fucking Gemini. I can do the fucking alignments real quick, and then we can end this. We can end it out. We can end it out. All right. Let me see if this gonna update, because I don't know if this gonna update. And if this does update, then we can get out. Boy. See, having the dog, man. Look, let me bit my charger up, man. Hopefully it still works. This boy bit my charger. I just bought this too. You gonna get as well. But put out. All right, let's get it. Sun conjunct the moon right now. Misunderstanding what communicating actions on what you're comfortable with and care for, aka talking out emotions. Okay, so we may misunderstanding. We may have misunderstandings with communicating actions, what I'm saying, or communicating something that we want or something that we feel. We may misunderstand what we want and what we need right now, just based upon the sun conjunct the moon. But that's what we gonna feel the need to do. What I'm saying? Either communicate, what I'm saying, or either, and that could be with yourself, or come up with ideas, on spot, and fill those out and things of that nature. So with the sun conjunct moon, that's what's going to be happening. Sun square Neptune, learning to see the logic within imaginations or dreams. So that's the thing right now we all trying to learn. If we're within, some type of delusional state, what I'm saying, and things of that nature, and in some type of dream state or some type of dream state, and we're doing that through communicating and thinking about shit like that. So that's how we're filtering that through in. So sun, we're acting, paying attention to, trying to express ourselves, our thoughts and our ideas, or acting on thoughts to see if we're within imaginations or within delusions. Sun in conjunct Pluto. This is misunderstanding how to go about acting on transformations with your public status. So that's another thing right now. So we may misunderstand how to go about acting or how to think on how to take power control over our status and position within the public matters, so the public fears. So you dealing with things like government, you dealing with things like your identity, your social identity, you know what I'm saying? You dealing with things like paperwork and shit like that, you know, just daily tasks of the world because, you know, Pluto is within retrograde within between business, Capricorn, and Aquarius public. So you know your public status and social business, you know, may have, you know, that's where you may develop misunderstandings at the moment based upon what to pay attention to or what logic to connect with and things of that nature at the moment. You know what I'm saying? While we dealing with this, so you know, therefore, we know with the Sun in Gemini and things of that nature, there's a lot of communication going on, and there could be um, a lot of needing or wanting to have the right information, which could lead to mental burnout if overthinking. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes the information be right there. So just learn how to kind of, you know what I'm saying, deal with that uh, misunderstanding, frustration, and conjunction, and then, you know what I'm saying, we'll be in the right space. Moon sextile Jupiter, opportunity to experience stability or instability emotionally and things. So, you know what I'm saying, we got the opportunity to feel more stable with our emotions, you know what I'm saying, or feel a sense of needing for a sense of stability at the moment and shit like that. So, you know, so we're gonna have to use our Jupiter, you know, our experience and experience stability to feel comfortable at the moment. You know what I'm saying? So if you don't feel comfortable with your experiences, that may be why at the moment, because you're dealing with this. Um, you don't know if you should go ahead and just feel faithful and stable at the moment. You know what I'm saying? About what's going on within your home and your family at the moment, your domestic issues. Or you don't know, you know what I'm saying, if you should react to, you know, caring if it is stable or not and things of that nature. But that's the opportunity that, you know, was happening within Moon and Jupiter. I know, bitch. I'm Zeus. I got the stars. Moon, Moon trine Saturn. Um, Give to feel more organized with your in your experiences and belief with your home and family. So at least you got the gift to feel more organized and things. So no biting on my back. Stop it. Cut it out. You got the gift to feel more organized emotionally right now. So you know what I'm saying. You got the gift to oh here we go. The gift to be more organized in your experiences, belief with your private matter. So you got the gift to feel a little bit more serious about your shit right now. You know what I'm saying? You got the gift to be serious about, you know, your feelings and things of that nature, especially within your home or your private matters and things of that nature. So, you know, whatever feelings you construction right now, you trying to get ready to bring that down in reality in some way, shape, or form. You know what I'm saying? Now, Moon square Neptune, learning how to react to delusions. So that's the thing as well. We're also learning how to react to dreams, imaginations, trying to wake up from a dream, trying to wake up from imagination, because we all kind of feel like we in a dream with all these energies dealing with these squares to Pisces right now, with Saturn in Pisces and Neptune in Pisces. Um, Mercury sextile Venus is his opportunity to appreciate or be appreciated for how you think. So you can appreciate how you think and things of that nature, you know what I'm saying? Or you can be doing a lot of relating to your thoughts at the moment and try to see if this is the right thing to think you do. So you got the gift to like super overthink right now, you know what I'm saying? With Mercury sextile Venus. I mean, you got the opportunity to super overthink right now, you know what I'm saying? Or you got the opportunity to be appreciative of, you know, the thoughts that you are having. Mercury square Saturn, learning to make more sense of thoughts. So, you know, that's another thing we got going on at the moment. So we're learning to make more sense of our thoughts and things and, you know, make more sense of our, you know, experiences right now. Because, you know, we feel like we need to communicate about our experiences at the moment, our thoughts. With Mercury square Saturn. So Mercury is thinking, is how you communicate, is how you like to be intellectualized, and how you like to be idealized. You know what I'm saying? So that's within Gemini. So we like to be idealize as someone that's familiar right now. We like to think, we like our thoughts with Mercury and Gemini, the thoughts are going to feel more comfortable being more familiar right now. You know what I'm saying? So you can have the best thoughts in the world, but if they don't feel familiar right now, you know what I'm saying, to other individuals within your circumstances, this is when you may, have a lot of questions about yourself and things. So, with that squaring Neptune and things, you know what I'm saying, we're going to put ourselves in a position where we're trying to learn if how we're thinking is delusional, you know what I'm saying, or imaginative that's bringing some type of new creative dream out here, so that's what we're going to do. Now let's keep it going. We got Venus conjunct Mars, confused between being relatable or taking new action. So we confused, should we just say fuck it? Or should we value something right now? Should we value paying attention to this shit right now? Or should we just say fuck it? Should we value it or should we just say fuck it? So that may be the confusion you may go through as spirit experiencing this energy right now and things, you know what I'm saying? But for the most part, since it's Venus and Mars, you know what I'm saying, you infinitely have a position where you can be more relatable, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to the things that you're into personally, as far as your passions, your motivations, and things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? So you can come up with some creative shit right now. So that's the positive of that energy. But because you can relate something that's just true to you right now. You can relate something that's just true to your passion right now. That's just how you see it and things, and that can be highly creative. Venus square Jupiter, learning to be more wise, knowledgeable, and experience your stability to what you relate. So you know what I'm saying? You're gonna learn how to experience your goddamn stability right now, whether you like it or not. You better experience that shit. Experience your value and your worth and your self-esteem and things. So you gotta expand that, and you gotta expand that via your relationships. You know what I'm saying? And your talent right now, your creative ability, your ability to express yourself and things of that nature, and be a shining, blazing light. You know what I'm saying? Venus, Mars square Uranus, learning what intentions and motivations you need to change. So you're trying to learn how to be an individual right now as well, and learn what intentions and motivations to cling to or to change. You know what I'm saying? Which ones is outdated? Is these intentions? Should I have this passion? Should I be frustrated about this? So it's a lot of changes going on with your frustrations and passions and your desires. You know what I'm saying? So change some of them desires that y'all don't need no more. You know what I'm saying? Infinitely get on them desires that's, helping y'all, push forward in life and making y'all, see the things that you desire in a positive sense, where it can be felt as inspiration to others in ways that they can get out of their desires and things of that nature, and kill unproductivity. You know what I'm saying? So so we want productivity at the moment. Jupiter sextile Saturn, this is an opportunity to expand out of restrictions. Restricted scenarios via delusions and imaginations using your faith. So you got the opportunity with Jupiter, which is expansion, experience, knowledge, wisdom, meanings, and reasonings, and Saturn, which is structure, limitation, boundary, what you use to gain structure. So you got the opportunity with Jupiter expansion to expand, you know what I'm saying, out of, because we always expanding out of something, you know what I'm saying, and then contracting, but out of, restricted scenarios that may be like imaginations or delusions on your mind about what you can and can't do. You know what I'm saying? So as long as you're doing that Jupiter within a Taurus way, aka supporting that, making that look stable, making that look like it's a talent, that seed that can blossom and grow and things of that nature, that's how you can get out of these imaginations or delusions that you may had over for the last couple years that been holding you back and restricting you for going for, you building your circumstances or you building on your business and your talents and shit like that at the moment. And Jupiter square Pluto. This is learning to take power control over past experiences and dealing with support and shelter. So, you know what I'm saying? We're all learning how to take power and control over, past experiences when it comes to our stability, our money matters right now, and things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta, go through using our wisdom on, what's wise to value at the moment, you know what I'm saying? So that we can experience, um, you know, how a learning process in this ship of what to use and what not to use when taking power and control over our, our dreams, our imaginations, and what the type of experiences we want to have. Then we got Neptune sextile Pluto. This is opportunity to struggle or take power and control over dreams, imaginations, and delusions. So, that's the thing. We got opportunity to go through a struggle with, the whole theme in our dreams, with reaching our dreams in our imaginations. And the struggle we're having with that right now is, how we going to position this, who we going to do it with, what's our team, you know what I'm saying, who's the leader, what's the position, what's the name of it, you know what I'm saying, what's the association, how can this work in the real world and things. So that's all the things that we checking right now and shit like that, so we can get ready to go ahead and present this new dream and shit like that when Pluto go direct, or this new position, positioning this new dream from Pluto go direct. So yeah, yeah. God damn it, you know what I'm saying? So we in the motherfucking esoteric realm with the esoteric coach, Sito, you know what I'm saying? So make sure y'all are tapping in these new moons in Gemini energy, and we are above the motherfucking clouds, you know what I'm saying? So we spirits in space flying around, you know what I'm saying, in bodies and things of that nature, flying around in our thoughts and feelings. Flying around in our thoughts and feelings. Okay? So once again, new moon in Gemini, this is the new familiar. Okay, so you have to participate with the energies and become newly familiar in your way. You know what I'm saying? So Gemini, what logic can you react to, moon, feel, fulfill, and things of that nature to make it be seen as the sun? You know what I'm saying? Smart, intellectual, thoughtful, you know what I'm saying? And when you have those capabilities and things of that nature, people are more willing to trust you because you seem like you're someone that's making sense. And therefore, you know what I'm saying, you attract more types of familiarity within your communication style, you know what I'm saying, what you presenting and things of that nature, and you can become a trusted source or some type of reliability in things, you know what I'm saying, and that's how you can become familiar within, with your opportunity utilizing the sun and Gemini. Now take this and things of that nature and apply this message to billions of people in the world hearing this and things of that nature, and we'll all be trying to adjust our minds to structure it and be able to, come to terms on things just by participating in energies. But based upon the world we live in, there's not like certain news channels, there's not certain schools, there's not certain books and things of that nature or information that kind of present it the way I'm doing it, or you may hear another person that's within spirituality to come across and give you this type of knowledge and things of that nature, because you know what I'm saying, it's exiled in some type of way. So that means we have to be the character. We have to come as what we have and things of that nature, where systems may have failed us and things of that nature and kept us mentally docile and leaning towards environments where we just want to feel comfortable and familiar in other ways that aren't beneficial to helping the mind, helping us communicate better with another individual, helping us bridge gaps, helping us become better associated in things, and where we are filtered with, things like, sex, drugs, violence, and shit like that, and things. So that's what's on our mind, and that's what's developing as fluid to lead bodies into areas within these neighborhoods like that, into doing things that may harm other individuals or something like that. But you know what I'm saying, with you know what I'm saying, us being an example here because, you know, shout out to everybody that associate with me in Cito world and things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? For the most part, becoming aware and things of that nature is no one's individual to represent you and your spiritual um, self but you and things. So that would be your solar plexus and things, and you have to learn how to navigate that because um, it's almost like a drive for yourself and others thing. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it's all about being intellectual on some capacity. And when you're intellectual and things of that nature, you can be seen to at least important people that matter, you know what I'm saying, with people that's going to help with your situation, your circumstance, and your life for you not to get killed, you know what I'm saying, or your mind not to go down the wrong road and things, you know what I'm saying? So astrology is a form of discipline. But that's the new mood in Gemini and things. But, you know, so now we in Cancer, you know what I'm saying, we emotionally connecting to that and putting on the emotional vibe, you know. So, you know, if you want to donate, yeah, um, if you don't want to donate, if you want to donate and things of that nature, you can donate to my links that are within, you know, my motherfucking links in the bio and things of that nature, and we're gonna go from there. You know what I'm saying? So I'm about to handle some things, and I'm out. Yeah.